Oh man, I've had a lot of thoughts this morning. These are my first words for the day. See if I can get them out. This is where we left off on the last video for Bumblebee. One take, one shot. I'll keep doing it for now. Alright, where we left off, we were doing about 3 or 4 coats of white. Or first we did the gray primer type color, just so the white would coat better. And I've got 3 good coats there. I could do one more, it's still a little transparent, but our goal is to get to the same metallic yellow that this leg has. And in order to do that and get the same tone, that same brightness, now we're going to have to do a regular yellow. But that won't be it, that's just the next step. It's still early for me to be doing this. I might even have the shakes here. Alright. Yep. Wow. I'm going to go do my meditation and stretching and breathing exercises. Wake up good. And I just messed up and had a cup of coffee, so I relapsed on my coffee. That's probably what just gave me the jitters. I quit drinking coffee for about 3 or 4 weeks. And I've been pushing so hard on that dang black car. I messed up and drank a few cups of coffee a few days ago. Now I just went and got me a cup this morning. I'm up and going, huh? This acrylic's pretty forgiving for going over a few times. So we almost got that finished with 1 coat. That would have been just about impossible to get that shade yellow right over a dark color. It would have been a real dark mustard yellow and it would not have coated very good at all. And try to keep those coats thin. That way once we get the finished clear coat and everything, it's not going to be too thick. Alright, I really just wanted to get that done. I was working on this last night and did the last few coats of the white and did some touch-ups on some other stuff, and I jumped over to a model car over here and started doing some wet sanding, which we'll need to do on some Bumblebee parts also. So let's jump straight over to that. And while we're doing that, we may end up into video 2 for this part. Let's do this piece. And I'll try to keep this short. I've already done the model car, so you can see it, and I have one problem I need to fix. That's smoothed down, most of the orange peel's gone. I was very careful not to sand too far and get something like this. So I'll burn through the paint right there, just barely. I got a fix for that. We'll get to that when we do the final yellow on Bumblebee, because it's going to be kind of the same technique. Alright, I'm using 1200 sandpaper and some water. And the key to wet sanding is to keep the piece wet. Keep less friction on it. So on this piece we have some trash in it. And I'm not 100% confident how that's going to come out, so we're going to see. And I've been saving this to do on camera with you guys. And let me adjust the camera so I can do this. Alright, here we go. And we probably want to do 1500 because this stuff still has a little bit of a bite to it. This piece won't be quite as bad as the model if I burn through. Let me not say that. It'll be alright. Probably should have done some more clear coat on the model car before ever wet sanding it. Should have laid that first coat down a little thicker. It's all good though. I think we're going to be able to fix it pretty decent. Alright, so I'm not pushing down hard. You don't want to force the sandpaper to sand it. You just kind of want to let it gently glide over. And definitely keep your sandpaper bent to where your edges don't catch. So you really want a nice flat spot on that sandpaper. Just lightly, even if you can do it in circle motions, just like a buffer, that's ideal. But if you have to, you can go straight. And you'll feel it as you're wet sanding, especially if it has a lot of orange peel. You'll feel it, the sandpaper kind of skipping over the part. And once you get a nice smooth surface, that whole piece of sandpaper really starts grabbing. You can feel it. But now to check, you want to stop every so often. Might be it. Dry this thing off so we can get a better look at what's going on. So it looks like we knocked that piece of trash completely out. Still have a little orange peel over here. I can sand some more and I can go down the center. I will lightly go down the center because it really didn't orange peel bad, but I'll give it a nice scuffing up so it'll take that next clear coat better and it'll grab to it. Let's finish this piece up and we'll jump to the next thing. Or maybe I'll have time to end it on the first video here and we'll jump to the second one when I get some more stuff ready. We'll jump to the clear coats. Even though I've covered clear coat, so I need to get to the assembly of the figure. And then after that, we'll be putting the figure up and jumping back to model cars for a minute. Just recently got some motivation. Some of y'all know every now and then, for relaxing late at night, I play the old GTA game just to mess with cars in it. And they had that new Classic Challenger Gauntlet come out, so I painted it up yellow like the model I'm working on in there. Anxious to get back to the model car. I got a few goodies to show on that one. Alright, that section is finished. I think I'm going to run with that. I have to sand the window a little bit. It come out pretty rough. There's some pretty bad orange peel. I'll do that and I'll catch that up. And all these other little pieces, they don't have trash in them, but they need a light sanding just to take that next coat good. And hopefully we can get these things like glass. Alright, just a quick tip on what we're going to do for the next video. We're going to take and spray some of these paints in the cap and take a paintbrush and lightly touch up this one and add the metallic yellow over Bumblebee's yellow part now. Alright, let me get us all ready and we'll jump over to video 2. Thanks guys.